All right, hello everyone, and welcome to this special Korvia Q&A where I'm joined here with Becca. Becca, say hello.
Hi.
And Becca is pretty much going to ask some popular questions we get from our support team email. We get these questions a lot, so we figured that there's no better way. Why don't we just answer them, live on camera, right? It's a lot clearer than if you wrote out some long dictionary expression. Okay, so Becca, can you start us off? What is the first question that we get asked a lot?
Okay, so exactly what kinds of English teaching opportunities are there in Korea?
There are a lot. First, kind of got to separate it into public education and then private education. Public education is going to be junior highs, elementary schools, high schools. I guess even university could fit into there. If you go into private education, there's a lot more opportunities in there. Corporate teaching, there's after-school education, there's private kindergartens. If you want to become an English teacher, there's so many different ways you can do it in South Korea.
So then like on the Korvia webpage, there are some programs that are available over there, and the ones that come up are EPIC, GEPIC, and SMOE. So what is the difference between those programs?
So EPIC, GEPIC, and SMOE are the three big ones. They've been around for the longest. You can look at them as each separate programs, but actually SMOE is a little bit different, okay? So EPIC is the national program. They recruit for pretty much almost every province and city in Korea, except Gyeonggi, which is the area that surrounds Seoul. Not Seoul itself, but surrounds Seoul, and that is the GEPIC program. Okay, so look at all of Korea, it's all EPIC, but that region around Seoul, that's the GEPIC program, okay, because there's a lot of people living there. So if you want to teach in Seoul, that's through the SMOE program. However, where are you from in the US again?
I'm from Seattle.
Okay, so Seattle probably has like a Seattle Unified School District, right? Or Office of Education that they give budgets and give the rules for all the schools in the Seattle area, correct? That's what SMOE is, Seoul Metropolitan Office of Education. They actually don't do any recruiting themselves. What they do is they say to EPIC, hey EPIC, we need 50 teachers for next semester. Please send us 50 of your best, okay? And EPIC says, sure thing. And then they look at whoever applied to the EPIC program and specify they'd like to teach in Seoul, and then they send them to SMOE. You can't actually apply to SMOE. You apply to EPIC for them to place you in SMOE, okay? So we get some people that they're like, hey, I want to apply for SMOE, but I don't want to apply for EPIC. It's actually impossible. You have to apply to EPIC in order to get into SMOE.
Okay. So you talked about like the public school programs, but then what exactly is like a hagwon then?
Okay, you can drive, correct?
Right.
Where did you take driver's education?
I took it at like a kind of, I guess, a private school.
That's exactly, that's what a hagwon is. It's not a school in the sense of like a public school, like with principals and all that stuff. What it is it's a place of learning that's actually a business. So driver's ed is a good way to put it. It's like, you don't think of that as a school, it's more of like you're paying money to learn something and then you get certified, right? That's what a hagwon is.
Okay. This is a question that comes up really frequently, but people are always asking, can I come and live and teach at the same school as my boyfriend or my girlfriend?
So public school wise, it's most likely not possible. Private education wise in the hagwon industry and the private academies, it's more possible because those schools, they employ like multiple native English teachers, whereas public schools, they only employ one. So right there, you can't teach at the same school because public schools only hire one. But academies or hagwons, they sometimes hire like 16 teachers, so it's a lot more feasible. You also have to remember that Korean culture is very conservative, so they don't really believe into in a boy and girl living together until they're married. So a lot of public schools will just outright say no. Academies, because generally the staff is a lot younger, they might say yes. But yeah, if you're looking to live with your boyfriend, girlfriend, and you're not married, pretty much the only way you can go is going to be hagwons.
Okay. And then regarding eligibility for teaching English in Korea, does everybody have to be TEFL, TESOL, or CELTA certified?
Yes and no. If you want to teach at a public school, yes, it has to be TEFL certificate of 100 hours or more, or CELTA. Hagwons, private education industry, currently there is no requirement for a TEFL certification.
Sounds good. And then this one is kind of regarding like documentation, but what exactly is a notarization and an apostille?
Okay, great question. This trips up a lot of people. Notarization is pretty much a certified copy of the original document. So to teach English in Korea, you need a bachelor's degree, correct? You don't want to send your only bachelor's degree copy to Korea, right? It's special to you. You work your butt off to get that thing. So what you do is you take it to a notary public and they notarize it. They take a photocopy, they do it for you, and then they verify, yes, we photocopied this from an original document. That's a notarization. Next step of it is an apostille. An apostille is certified for international use. So think of it as notarization is a certified photocopy and apostille is certified for international use.
Okay, and final question. I am not from one of the 7 English-speaking countries mentioned by teaching programs in Korea. Can I still teach English in Korea?
Unfortunately, to get on the E2 visa, which is pretty much the English teaching visa, you have to be from the 7 native English-speaking countries. Can you name them by any chance?
Okay, let's see if I can do this.
Okay, ready?
US,
Yes.
Canada, Australia, South Africa, Ireland, the UK, and New Zealand.
Nice job, Becca. Yes, so from those countries, that's currently what the Korean government requires people to have citizenship in and have grown up and gone to school there. That's not saying it's impossible to teach English in Korea from outside those countries, but for public schools, you have to be from those countries. Private education, if you're already in Korea and you're on a different visa, yeah, they might hire you and allow you to teach at their institute, but public schools, generally, they're the ones that are taking people from abroad and sponsoring their visa into South Korea. They require people to be from those countries, and if they're not, unfortunately, they're not eligible. All right, anyways, that's it. That's all the questions we have for this episode. I think we're gonna definitely do this again and answer some of the more in-depth questions, but we hope this was informative and helpful, and if you have any other questions, you can go to korvia.com, go to the Contact Us form, and leave your question, and hopefully we'll answer it in the next episode, okay? All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye.